There we go. Here we are in the place to be. From the battle to the glory. We are here today, and it is Wednesday. It is hump day. And guess what? We got something special for you guys. And know this. It is a lot of energy in this room right now. Listen, man. Oh, look. Y'all don't understand.
Wait to get here. Let's get it going, baby.
Y'all about to have a treat today. And listen, we have somebody special for this show today, this evening. And know this, she has the fire, the zeal for God. And she is coming here with this fire. Look, listen. She is revved up. And know this, we about to have a good time right now.
Yeah.
And listen, without a further ado, man, listen. Minister Jolanda is here with us today. Before I get into her, what's going on in her life, let me ask everybody on the panel what's going on. How was their day? And of course, we have your one and number one fan, Rodney Glover from Dad Mentality. We got to say what's up to him. And of course, Lady T. So guess what, guys? How was your day? What's going on? How was everything? And somebody got a lot of feedback. Somebody got to cut.
Miss Foster, you got to go into her mic and cut off. You got to go into her mic and hit that.
I got you.
Yeah, to cut the.
All right, there we go. All right. That's better?
Gotten better, yeah. Better.
All right, so Lady T, how was your day?
Day was good. It was productive. I loved it.
Okay.
Went by fast, though.
I know that's real. Rodney?
Day was good. Today's my mother's birthday. And, went and hung out with my brother. And we went to, unfortunately, my mother passed away in 2014. But we still went and we go and we sit there and we have, sit and talk. We don't believe she's still there, but we know she's everywhere and she's in us. But we still go to the grave site and, and just have a conversation and just spend time as brothers and, talk about the things that she's taught us that we're still grateful for.
Okay. All right. So, Jelana, do you have your phone with you?
Yes.
All right. You got to cut that down.
My phone?
The volume.
Okay.
Oh, she got the phone playing in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I didn't even hear it. My bad. Is it
good? You good. All right. So, listen, how was your day? Tell us what's going on in your life, what upcoming events you have. Let us know how's that going.
Oh my. My day has been very successful. Woke up this morning in my right mind. I woke up this morning excited about manifesting new things in a new day that I've never seen before. Because we all woke up this morning not knowing, what the day was going to bring. So I get excited about those things because it gives me an opportunity to allow God to just do whatever he chooses to do and order my steps in any way he chooses to do it. And so before my feet hit the floor, I just be like, let's go. So my day being successful, it started early, about 4:30 this morning. 4:30 this morning, because we know in the atmosphere what happens at 4:30, 3:30, 2:30, 1:30. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I won't be there. I want front row seat to see my guys show up and show off. And so, and then at those moments, I get downloaded on the information of what he wants me to do in those days. Founder and CEO of Next Generation of Leaders, where we unlock the potential of greatness that lies dormant in each individual life. I am the CEO and founder of Tiny Leaders Academy 1 and 2. Again, unlocking the potential. We're just not a daycare. We're an academic place where we learn. They learn how to read at 3. There is no dormant gifts here. I do a whole lot of things, but that's what keeps my day going. I stay excited about what God is doing in my life because I believe that what God has for me is for me. So I constantly make room. I empty myself out daily so I can make room for the new. There's a Bible saying that you can't put new wine into old wine glasses because it'll eventually bust. And I've refused to walk around busting out of my seams because I'm allowing the download of life to come and weigh me down. So my days go very successful. on a good day. On a bad day, it's me just correcting it as it come. All of those thoughts, all of those things that people try to cloud your ears. I'm very careful with my portals. I'm very careful with my portals. I cover my vital organs to make sure that the enemy has no access to them. And so that just makes my day a little bit more because I know that God has me no matter what.
Mm.
I
I
love it.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, so I don't know if you looked at the topic. This is one of Lady T's topics, and she is amazing when she come up with these topics. And it says has matter of fact, Lady T, take it away.
Thank you.
Come on, Lady
Take it away.
T.
Okay, so the question, because it's supposed to have a question mark, has constant exposure to others' highlights made jealousy more normalized? So it's basically saying, are we looking at people on social media? Are we paying attention and reflecting on other people and what they have and how we're looking at the images of their vacation and their bodies and their homes and their relationships? And are we comparing it? Are we making it too much for us to pay attention to and not paying attention to our own life? I'm not going to go too deep on my own belief because I want to, ask questions. So, I do have some questions. How do you feel about comparison to another person? And I will leave that broadly open.
Okay, so since we have Minister Jolanda, we're gonna let you go first.
I think that again. Let me say me first. You always gotta say me first. Um, Social media is social media, and that's what it is. You get out there, and you could you can have false advertisements appearing real. And you have some people who have been in a struggle for so long, and they finally get their mountain season, and they're showing their vacations, and they're showing how they're being blessed with cars and homes, and then you have the scrollers who look, and sometimes I find, and I think we all kind of get into this place at one point or the other. It's like, wow, that's one of my desires or one of my dreams. And you start looking into it a little bit deeper. What I found myself doing, and it's really a training, it's not to really just go, still, we have to learn to celebrate each other.
Hmm.
And that's what we don't do. No matter if someone is in Cuba and they with their family, let's applaud them because we don't
Yeah.
know what it took for them to get there. They may have just got out of a 6, 7 month financial crisis and God had blessed them. And they said, this first thing we're doing is taking a vacation. And then we get on here and say, well, look at them. I called them 5 times and they didn't, or they, you start bringing up, and that's just how the enemy does. He tries to trick us, and social media helps it along because it just flashes, flashes. Then you have people who are genuinely posting because they're proud of themselves, and because they know that the message that they're
Hmm.
sending, it can help someone else. I would say I post because if God did it for me, He could do it for you. So if you
Absolutely.
see me posting something during the day, or I'm at work, or and I'm posting what I'm doing or a quote, I'm feeding me, and it gives me an opportunity to go back years later because it'll pop back up, and to be able to see some of the quotes that I was saying, some of the messages I was reminded of, some of the things that I shared. So when we come into jealousy with someone's post, that means that person, if that's their feeling and looking at social media, and they get to a post and they say, well, I can't believe that they're here, or they've done this, and that. That means that person has to do a scroll, select, and delete within their inner man to find out what it is that vexes their spirit when someone else is in their season. Understanding there is seed time and harvest. I could be in my seed time season, and Lady T, you could be in your harvest season,
Hmm.
picking up your stuff. And
Hmm.
I'm here planting my seed. So if I learn to mind my business, I'll be
Hmm.
watering my seed and clapping for you while I see you picking your fruits of your labor. So I
Right.
think that we have to move away from looking at what we see with our natural eyes and really start seeing from our heart that people are not posting just to show off all the time. People are posting because the communication, they don't have community. Facebook is communication for them, and they want to show their family that live far away what they're doing and how they're doing. And again, that's each individual. Heartfelt. You got to do a very good soul heart check if you're looking at somebody's Facebook page, and are you jealous of what they're doing or they're accomplishing? And if you didn't call them to be a part of it, because I'm gonna call y'all to be like, how I can be a part of this podcast soon. If I don't call and say, hey, I like what I see, can I be a part of it? And I keep seeing y'all posting up and doing it, and I say, well, shoot, they should have invited me. But if I didn't take the initiative to say, hey, invite me, how can I get jealous of what's being done? Or we got to start asking people to invite me. Can I be a part of? Instead of allowing that spirit of jealousy to settle, because all it needs is one seed. All I need is one seed, and it grows. So I pray for all of those who are out there that have that spirit of looking at someone and seeing something that they may want, but God may have better for you.
Right.
He may have better for you. So we have to learn how to just wait on the Lord and trust in Him for our season, our due season. It's going to come. He has never failed us.
Yep.
Absolutely. No, I love what you're saying, and I think for me personally, like I don't like until I even read this, I never even thought about the jealousy factor that people could be looking at my life or me looking at other people's lives and getting jealous. Like for me, I always looked at social media as another entertainment platform.
Right.
Like I know that a lot of the people on here, or and even myself, I'm here as for entertainment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You can take what you want, you can leave what you don't, this, that, and the other. But you know, I just never looked at it as a thing of jealousy. Like I'm a big supporter in all the people that I work with on this platform, off this platform, or just anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was going to New York. I hit up Chef Dennis, was like, hey, come cook with us. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't for no other reason, but I just wanted to hang out with him, meet his family, things for that. He's a great I know he's a chef, at least I thought he was until, he actually showed up. But, you know, nah, we had a great time. But but and none of that was it like a clout thing or something like that. So I never even really thought about that, but I could see how it is. The thing that I've ran into, which I never thought was jealousy, was more of the snapshot opinion. Like people are just seeing a snapshot of my life and they come up with this whole thing like, like A, you know me, and like B, you have the right to now tell me what you think, even though I never asked. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of get that because yes, and I always think about what I am posting, what I am doing, what I am showing people, and this, that, and the other, because I always feel like there's always that dangerous line where you become where I don't want to become something that that I don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? And you have to make sure that, that whatever I show, because a lot of my stuff, you go on my timeline, you're going to see a lot of pictures of me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of pictures of me and my wife, my kids, the things that I'm really proud of them. You'll see the great other people that I work with, whether it be Chef Dennis's show or the Morning Mac show, LA Josh Preston show, and you'll see all those things on there. But I mean, other than that, that's it. But I never thought that a person could be jealous of what I'm posting. Like, I just never thought it, because I'm always supportive of everybody else. I like seeing what everybody's doing. When people go on vacation, I like seeing that. I like seeing that your new family member had a child or somebody's getting married or whatever the case may be, because that's how I use it. To celebrate my kids when they're doing great and the things that they're doing, and to celebrate even myself, for what is going, for what God has for me next, what He's accomplished, the things like that. So I guess it can be a jealousy thing. I don't think that I fall in that category because I don't look at social media to go see what somebody's doing. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, but I mean, I do believe, that spirit is out there. I have had people go tell my wife what I said, and I never understood that. Like
That's it right
as
there.
if, you
Westbrook
know,
too.
as if I never understood it, and nor do I care because, me and my wife have a great relationship where I say all this stuff in front of her and to her, and she's been on my show. It ain't nothing new, you know what I'm saying? But just because you don't understand what I said, instead of asking me for clarification, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't like what I said or whatever, but maybe then again, a lot of those times I don't feel like I deserve to give this person a clarification anyway. Like I don't care if you think that, So I mean, I guess it's a lot. It's a lot of things in social media that can be, I guess, twisted. And the one biggest thing I hate is that people take a lot of snapshots because basically what I'm putting on social media is a snapshot. It's not. You don't know how this person got to that vacation or that new car or that
Exactly.
new house. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You don't know the work that they put in behind the scenes to be there. You just see like, oh, they're doing this or they're doing that, and I just don't know. I never suffered from that jealousy thing. That isn't a huge thing. I've always been a team player. I manage people all the time. So therefore you have to be a team, in order to be a great manager, you gotta be team orientated. So I just never had that whole me, why is me, why not me type syndrome. Even when I met Chef Dennis in this show, I loved it. And I was like, I want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna make my own show and compete with them. I can do this better. You know what I'm saying? That's not it at all. Because A, that's not me, and B, I'm happy for Chef Dennis. I'm happy for Lady T. I like to support every single person that when people come on here to have books, stuff like that. I buy the books. I read the books. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just a supporting person. But I mean, I can understand how it can happen. And for me, I would love to I would pray for that person. Like, that spirit isn't helpful. Like, if you want it, go get it. It ain't like I got the same 24 hours as you do,
Hello.
lady.
Chef.
Oh, for what? Well, for me, yeah, I'm just like Rodney. What God has for me is for me. And so I don't look at social media and look at what other people have, because what God's going to bless me with is going to be just solely for me. What I desire is something that's in my heart. And so when I don't look at social media to say, "Oh God, why you give them that and didn't give me that?" Guess what? I want to work for everything that I desire and that God has for me. So I work
Right.
for it. So if I want to go on vacation, I want to do something for my wife, I work for it. God has
Yeah.
blessed me with the opportunity. When I have overtime, I can do it. And so it allows me to have the things that I want versus the things that I just need. And so he gives
Yes.
me the opportunity. I take the opportunity and I plan it out accordingly to what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So the
Exactly.
thing, big houses and all the nice cars. I'm not a fancy guy when it comes down to cars. I know some people be like, I want this, I want a Bentley, I want a BMW. No, I'm not that. Look, I just need a car, a nice car that's going to get me to A to B and move me around, and it's reliable. You know what I'm saying? I do have a nice car, but I don't look at the flashy thing. And so, because guess what? The things that God blessed me with, I want to be a good steward of the things He has given me. And so
Yes.
when I look at other people and I begin to say what they have, I want it too, then I gotta look at it and say, listen, is that what God have for me? Or is that what God have for that person? Because you don't, like you
Exactly.
said, you don't know what they did to get it. You don't know. They could have did something corrupt, or they could have did something good. You don't know. So why do I have to look at somebody else's wealth or what they
Mm-hmm.
have and what they earned? They if they
Yeah.
earned it, they earned it. I don't know. So I don't look at that. And so I would encourage people to look first, be a good steward of the things that God has given you.
Giving you.
And then everything else that comes with it, you'll be blessed more. Because guess what? Some people always say, you know what? I wish I won the Mega Million. Okay. You want to win the mega million. What are you going to do with that money? That's what God would say. What are you going to do with it? You're going to do everything that you want because you got the money. It's available to you. So you're going to do everything you want. But are you going to do the things that God has for you and your purpose? Are you
Right.
going to use that money for the purpose that God
Genius.
has for you in your life?
Right.
God says, look, that's why people don't be getting blessed with that type of money because guess what? God knows. I mean, you look at the mega million. I'm using that for an example. You look at the mega million, the people that be winning, you be like, wow. And but guess what? No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
The weirdest people be winning, and you be like, wow. And so you look at it and you say, what are they going to do with their money? That's none of your business. That's not your
Exactly.
concern.
Yep.
That's not your concern. Don't worry about that. Cause see, I'm be honest and transparent. I did it one time. Like I'm not a gambling man, but I it got to $1 billion. I was like, you know what, freak it. I spent $5, but
Hmm.
that's not my desire. That's not
Right.
what God has for me. So I don't really. I'm not fixated on putting money into that. That's that. I don't know. Well, God has blessed me. I'm blessed. And so, could I have more? Yes, I got to work to get more. And so, I know that He has allowed me to work, being able to work and get the things that I need and want.
Yes.
When I travel, guess what? He allowed me to have all of my limbs, my right mind, and so I
Hello.
go and do it. I get to making that money. You know what I'm saying? And so so when you look at social media and you begin to normalize somebody else's success, like Minister said, you don't know what they did to get it. They might have earned it, they might have cheated their way to get it. So guess what? That's on them. Don't focus on that. Focus on yourself. Be a
Right.
good steward of the things that you have been given by God. And guess what? Everything
On
else will
your
come.
app more.
Everything else is going, like you said, like it's like an avalanche. Everything is going to come. It's going to fall in your hand, but you got to work
Yeah.
towards it. And
Yeah.
so, that's what when I look at social media, I look at it like, oh, that's nice. That's it. I don't have a mindset to be like, I want that. That's not a
And
desire.
I'm also a person that is very, in Chef Dennis and Lady T notice, I say, be careful what you tell God you're not going to do. Also, be careful what you ask for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would
Yep.
be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you'll get it,
Yeah.
and then you won't know what did. It'll put you to in a place that you're not ready for. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but
Yeah, I
anyway,
believe
yeah, I just wanted to add that real quick.
there's a test and trial through everything that we receive. So I don't want your stuff because I don't know what's attached to your stuff that I got to go
Right.
through. My hair start falling out and my nose start running and I can't get
Yeah.
myself under control or stay
Mm-hmm.
in control because I didn't put my hands on somebody else's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now,
That's
there's
it. Yeah.
nothing wrong with if I want to start a podcast off of what I see here. I pay homage to you being a teacher or me being a student, and I'll learn from you. Then I branch off from you. But me trying to create what you've created, it'll fall not in my hand.
Right.
My gift.
And just to add to that real to it, and I tell people this all the time, and this is God know my heart. And see, that's why I know everybody don't know my heart, but God knows it. You know what I always say? And Lady T always she corrects me, but I said this is not for fame. I do not care for fame. So that's not my desire. My desire is to share the word, encourage people to come to Christ. And not only that, if you're going through something, know that there are people, there are resources that are available to you so
Yes.
you can get the proper healing, so you can go and desire to get, not desire, but want to be married and have a good husband. Are ways to do it, or a wife. It's ways to do it. And guess what? If you're broken, you need the healing. And guess what? There are places where you can go to receive the healing that you need for you and in
Yeah.
your journey. And so this is not a platform for fame. This is for enlightenment, encouragement, and try to build up a community that where people can come to and talk and have a real life conversation and grow together. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just for the broken, it's for the people that's trying to look for a space where they can not expose their life, but expose their hurt. And guess what? We'll find the right resources for them. That's what we try to do here at From the Battle to the Glory. It's not about fame. It's not about money. God has He has blessed Lady T, He has blessed Rodney, He has blessed myself abundantly because of the things that we do for Him. And so we encourage people to look, when you live for God, God will bless you, but you have to walk in His perfect will for your life. You have to have a desire to do that and want that. And when you do, I guarantee you, it the four of us can say this, and with loving heart, that God will give you your heart's desire. It has to be in His will, because God give us free will. But guess what? When you walking in His will for your life, He's going to give you the things that you need and the things that you want, because you're going to work for it. He knows you're going to work for it. And so He's going to do that. And so that's what we do. I wanted to say that because listen, this ain't a competition. Like Ronnie said, I don't look at his work and say, you know what, I want to be better. No, guess what? We encourage one another. That's what we do. We encourage. So when people come on here and they look to their podcast, don't know this is for encouragement. This is not for I'm doing better than you. No, we don't do that here. And so, I just wanted to say that because I felt to need to say that, because some people do this for competition. This is no competition here. God does not have us competing one another. He wants us to encourage. We want to pour into other lives. That's what we do. And
I
so
do got a question for the panel.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do when you do run into that jealous spirit? What do you do when that spirit does come up? Because I mean, I understand that the majority that us here may not have, that we don't have that jealousy. I can't even say, man, I know y'all. I mean, I can assume that this Foster also doesn't have it as well. But I'm just saying that. But what do you do when you do run into that? Because I have had something recently, like I said, that I had somebody come in and to think that they're going to go and just because of something I something I said or whatever the case may be, that they're going to go and I guess mess up what I got going on here. And I mean, I feel that and I'll just be, I handled it in a way that I was just like, I personally just didn't even really acknowledge it. I was just like, look, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and explain to this person, because it's not worth it to me. But have you ever ran into a person with that jealous spirit, and what did you do? So
I want to hop in. So let me hop in, y'all.
Hey, Lady T, you got you. Lady T said, "Look, she was double dutch. She said, hold on, I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, let's go."
Okay, so I have to say, for me, just speaking about jealousy, I think jealousy is rooted in fear and comparison. And at the core, jealousy is a fear of not being enough or losing what you believe defines you. And that can be in love, success, attention, validation. It comes when someone is possessing something that threatens their sense of worth, of stability. And I think that we have to learn how to develop our inner security within ourselves to know where our worth is. And it doesn't depend on external. We have to learn how to express to people how to self-accept themselves, their flaws, their uniqueness, their evolution. The jealousy comes when we think we're not enough and we see somebody else and say, I want what they have. So I feel like when you see someone that is jealous and they show their behaviors of jealousy, and it can be very subtle. Jealousy can come in many different ways, and you don't even know it until you see it for yourself throughout time. But I feel like we just need to say, if this is something you want, you don't need to say, I'm going to take it from somebody else, or I'm going to, have in my mind that I don't think that they should have it. They're not worth it or whatever. It's negativity. Our thought process, how we think about what we deserve, is either we're going to steal it from somebody or kill what they actually have as their blessings and downplay it. And that's not the way. We have to learn to communicate to people that whatever it is that you want for your life is for you. You don't need to have anybody else's as yours when it's not meant for you. Everything is aligned in the right time and manner for each and every person. But how do you get to that connection? I feel like a lot of jealousy is in the world, and we are underhandedly, being subtle about it. We're looking at pictures and not commenting, or we're looking at pictures and we're sitting up here saying in our mind certain things that we wish upon a person. Like, there's jealousy everywhere, but yet when we look at it, we don't want to talk to it. This is talking to myself right now. I'm talking out loud because I'm saying this is something that I've dealt with in like most of my life when it comes to jealousy. And I feel like if you are given your life from God, appreciate your life from God and honor it, and appreciate it in a way where you don't look at another person and compare yourself. You don't need to compare yourself. That is why we are in fear and comparison with everything. All right, I'm not gonna, I saw you wanted to say something,
Who?
Who?
Miss
Who?
Foster.
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
no. I'm
Oh.
I'm I'm going in with you. Go ahead.
go ahead.
Yes.
Take it.
So to actually get to somebody
That's an
to
amen.
explain, to actually get to somebody to make them see how it's an unhealthy habit, I feel like we have to try to teach people how to go on their own path, instead of constantly comparing yourself to other energy. Like energy, when I say people, that's energy. You're looking at energy, you're looking at something on your screen, you're looking at something on the television. Energy, that is something that you are seeing with your eyes, and we are comparing ourselves. And I think that we need to learn how to have a adoption of loving our own path, and we have to adopt it because most of the time most of us don't have good paths. I'm going to say it because we're brought into environments that's unhealthy, that doesn't look good, that doesn't feel good, but we have to go through it. And how
Yeah.
do you encourage somebody to go through their unhealthy and unhappy life and behavior and patterns? You have to teach them how to be strong in the Lord. We have to speak words that encourages them to be strong in their path and not try to take anything away from them, but add on to what their lives, may need at the time. So I feel like as people, we could do better to stop the jealousy. How do we stop it? We try to encourage people to have their own path and accept it, have God with it in their words and their heart. It takes time. It's not something that happens overnight, but subtly every day you can get better and come out of fear. I say fear is the root of it though, because when you are stuck in fear, you think that you are not able to get what other people have, or you are comparing yourself to another person and you're afraid, and you don't stand in God's word for your life to say, I'm abundant in the Lord, because that's what he called me to do, because we were called to be abundant. And so
Yeah.
that is something that we need to have, abundant mindset. But we don't speak that. We speak of fear and scarcity. We think of lack, and we think woe is me, and in the negative. We have a destructive mind that sits up here and says, I am afraid this will happen. We put the negative in everything. If you sit up here and have a situation, well, I don't want to do that because I'm afraid. I don't want to go over that bridge because I'm afraid. I don't want to do that because I'm afraid. This is what we do to ourselves. And we are diminishing ourselves with that talk, with that mindset. And it's because of fear. That is the root of jealousy, is what I'm saying. Okay, I talked enough.
No, that was good.
oh, you
Thank
good?
you.
I'm
Yeah.
That
learning.
was really good.
Uh,
I
uh,
totally agree with you, Lady T. Um, um, you know, it's all about teaching.
Yeah.
Like you say, you have to teach them self love and self care, and teaching them how to identify when that spirit had attached to them. Because a
Mm,
lot of times people are walking around and not know that that's on them, and it gets bigger and it gets bigger, and they find themselves going back to the post. I've get demons say, "Oh my gosh, you was just here, and now you're over here, and you're doing this, and how did you do this, and where did you get it?" And then I'm deleted.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. But again, like you said, once they learn and tap in and say, God is no respecter of person.
Mm-hmm.
And what he's doing in my life is tailor design for Jolanda K. Foster.
Mm-hmm.
Has for your life is designed and tailor made just for you. And this didn't happen when I turned 53. It happened before I was born in my mother's womb. The
Right.
manifestation of the gifts, the talents, and the abilities is coming out now, and it's up to us to activate them. Now, those who are on the outside looking in, it's up to them to tap into themselves, and sometimes they need a little assistance to say, no, 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 don't look in my backyard because you have no idea.
Right.
You have absolutely no idea how I got here. And what's going to happen in your backyard is going to be for your backyard. Start calling heaven to earth on your own behalf.
Hmm.
And for those who have that sense of someone being jealous of them, they have to do a self search, and they have to now start to protect their portals, your ears and your eyes, because now you're allowing that seed to go in, and it links up like AT&T. Everybody that's in distress, everybody that is worried, everybody that's dealing with anxiety and the troubles of life, it all links up together. And everybody that's on that wavelength, it's just chatter.
Yep.
Negative seeds, negative seeds. Somebody all the way, some across the world could be having that negative thought, and it'll link up. That's just my belief. So,
Hmm.
so we have to control our thought patterns. I can't look at you and say, wow, that shirt she got on is nice. I wish I could have it.
Right.
I already planted that seed. If I would came and say, hey, Lady T, where you get that shirt from? That's a
Hmm.
nice shirt.
Hmm.
That would have defeated the enemy from planting that seed in. If I ask her, she probably ain't gonna tell me where I got it from anyway, because
Right.
that's sometimes the pattern. Oh, where you get
Hmm.
that outfit from? Oh, I had this for 15 years. Girl, you know you got that from Target. I saw them in the. People are afraid to tell you how you got someplace. You're
Hmm.
afraid to tell someone how you became successful in this place because you're afraid that somebody's going to take it from you. No, we're here to share. We're here so that we can have life more abundantly. We're all earthing together. We're all here together. I want you to do well. I want you to do well. And I pray that you wish me well. And
Yeah.
when you see me in my valley seasons, come get me.
Yeah.
Don't look at me and say, oh, well, she just had this and she was just on the podcast. And now no, I'm human. I'm a human but I believe and I trust in God. So
Yeah.
I refuse to allow those negative seeds there. And they do seep in, but
Oh
I
yeah.
got to kill it dead. Got to kill it dead. And I'm not talking about jealousy. I'm talking about overall looking at something and maybe desiring it. It could be a piece of cake. I don't want to desire anything that is not for me,
Right.
because it's not going to just affect me. It'll affect my lineage. It'll affect my grandkids and my great grandkids if I take something that doesn't belong to me. That's stealing. So allow
Hmm.
God to create in you what He had started in the beginning, the foundation, when He formed us in our mother's womb, and He called us and appointed us. He has given us an assignment. Let's activate the assignment, and it's a win-win. He says in the end, we all win. It's us just taking the chance, like you said, Lady T, and jumping and believing that our success is right there if we stay focused.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
So
but
so Roddy, I just want to answer your question. So you said about the jealousy. So for me, it was from my perspective is that our so what keeps me rooted is knowing that Jesus had enemies. Jesus had enemies to the point where he already knew that they wanted to kill him already. And so when I look at things like that, I say, look, expect people to be jealous. I expect them to hate me because I stand for Christ. They may not understand my relationship, but I know because the enemy to my soul will try to pull me down. So I expect that. I expect people to be jealous. I expect people to not like me because I stand for Christ. I expect that. And so I don't let that bother me. I just let it roll, and that's it. You know what I mean? Because my mind is set on Christ. My focus is on Christ. And so I expect those things because that's how people that's not serving God is going to be. And so I don't let it bother me because that they're gonna be who they are. And I'm gonna be who I am supposed to be. And so I don't let that bother me. I
That's
expected
why we gotta pray for
to
each other.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll speak to it. I shut it down, so I speak to it in the way that I'm supposed to speak to it. Because look, everybody does some type of way of jealousy and not know it. Like we give backhanded compliments sometimes. You doing well for your age. Oh, certain things, comments that you hear about yourself, or downplaying or dismissing your achievement. Somebody spoke about it earlier, and not acknowledging the fact that you did well, or they're gossiping or criticizing you and nitpicking. Like jealousy is very profound. And I believe in people more than I've ever seen in my life now. And I feel like social media has a lot to do with it, because we are seeing other people's lives that we've never really even seen before. You wouldn't normally see your anybody that across the country, doing their normal life and where they live and things like that. You might have talked to them on the phone, but no, you can see everything. And we as people are looking at it, and we're comparing, and we are separating ourselves from really having a relationship with individuals that we look at and admire, because that's really what it is. Jealousy is all about admiration, but it can't come out in the right way. It's not shown in love, because it can't be acknowledged as love. It has to be acknowledged as the person's unworthy, or they don't feel that they can, have what they really want. Something about people is making them say jealousy is in the heart. And sometimes you don't even recognize it. Now, I'm going to speak for myself. I have looked at jealousy in the eye and said, but I could have that. I could have that. That's how I do life. Anything that I see that is beautiful, if I don't compliment it to them and tell them about it, then I am stuck with myself in my thoughts, and I can
Right.
say to myself, I
Yeah.
am happy for them. That is good for them. And if I wanted it, I could have it. There's nothing
Mhm.
God can't do for my life. So
Yes.
those have always been the words that I've used since I was young, because of people and the behavior that people have given towards me. Some people are mean spirited, right? And when they're mean spirited, you have to look at them as they want something about you that you don't understand. And they're putting off their mean spirit on you for a reason. But accept it and love it and forgive them.
Mhm.
Love them still, but forgive them. So forgiving is a big thing. Like we have to really, truly let it go. When I say I let it go, oh, I'm going to address it now. Don't get
Right.
me wrong. It gets addressed, but it has to also be forgiven at the same time. And that's my daily walk. I forgive them every day, forgive a lot of people, forgive myself even. So I'm done with that one too.
And I think along with forgiving, I see for me is they also get marked.
Mm,
Because if you do it once, I'm not going to give you an opportunity to keep doing it to me. I mean, I could forgive 7 times 7, but I'm not going to give you an opportunity to continue to dump on me. I'm not going to continue to allow you to boost that spirit up, to vex you, because it's not going to vex me. To
right.
vex you, because I don't want no one to feel that feeling. You'll lose sleep over coming after me.
Right.
So we really have to pray for people that have that type of spirit on them, and again, and pray for them to learn to celebrate, you
Yeah.
know um because we can be here today and here tomorrow. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even a bad thing. It's just going to the next level.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're gonna go through some things,
Hmm.
and maybe one day it's your health, and then the next day is financial. But if you're
Right.
looking at me thinking like, well, she thinks she got it all together. No, but when I log off for social media, you have absolutely no clue. Or maybe I didn't went through, and this is my season to say, excuse my back. It doesn't, however you feel and however you think, I'm posting for me today. I'm posting that when I look back, I can say, wow, I woke up at 4:45 this morning. I'm here right now and I'm still moving. It encourages me sometimes when I go back and I look at my own posts to see like, wow, I've been going. I've been
Yeah.
working. I've been plowing. I've been toiling. I've been planting seed. I'm really not really concerned with someone else says. I get a call and say, I see you doing a great job. You're doing a wonderful job. And then I have people that want to keep dumping. They want to dump on you when they
Hmm.
see you
Mhm.
already. Ah, and it's like, how much can you handle? How much can you handle? And that's when the gossip and I asked her to do something and I
Oh
done
man.
got all. It's just I'm everywhere. But because I didn't do something for you, now, whew, I don't even know if you call that a jealous spirit, but whatever it is, I don't want it near me or you guys. We're gonna
Lady
kill
T,
that thing from the root.
when
And
we
that's
talk
what you got
about
to do. Like you said, confront it. Once you confront it, you got to take its head off. Just as David did Goliath. With the same sword that they try to cut yours off with. You take that same sword and you cut their head off with it. And I'm not talking about in the natural. I'm talking about in the spiritual. Just like you said, Lady T, you got to confront it.
Yes.
Right then and there. Identify that spirit, speak to that spirit, and send it where it needs to go.
That's right. What do you want to say, Chef?
huh?
You have something to say?
Yeah, I
Cut it
was
up,
getting
Chef.
ready.
Cut it up.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I can hear you.
All right. No, what I was saying is that the thing about it is we talk about Jesus' character, we talk about Jesus' mentality. Just think about jealousy. Whose character is that? Characteristic is that? That is nothing of God.
Right.
And so when people have a jealous spirit, that is nothing but the enemy to our souls. And so we have to block, like you said, sometimes we can't see the jealousy, but when we hear of it, we got to know that that's not coming from God, that's coming from the enemy. And so we got to deflect the jealousy from that individual. We got to deflect and say, you know what? Let them stay jealous. Let them stay miserable. You know what I'm saying? And then if that assignment is on your life to speak to that person and let them know that, you know what, why are you jealous of me? It shouldn't be that way. Look, I'm doing well, you doing well. Like, I work hard just like you do. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so sometimes we have to be able to be equipped to tell that individual if they're close to us. If they're not, that's cool. But if they're in our circle, sometimes we have to be able to tell them and like, look, what's going on? Why are you like that towards me? And address it. And address it in a loving way, not a negative way, in a loving way, because sometimes it has to be addressed. And you said it, you like to address it, and sometimes it has to be done like that.
It has to be addressed.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, it has to be talked about, especially if it's somebody close to you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to talk with that person. And then sometimes you might not be able to talk to them because they're not ready to receive it at that moment. You have to wait till the time is right, because sometimes they're not ready to receive it because they're not ready
not
to
be
listen.
able to label it as jealousy per
Right.
se. And then now you just put yourself in it. Well, what made you think this? I've come across that. We're not even saying the word jealousy, but we have to be careful with it also, because they'll switch it and say, well, no, I wasn't thinking that. That was you thinking that. And so, now we're going to pray for everybody. Those who has aught and those who don't have aught. Like you said, Chef, those spirits don't come from God. So once you identify it, you already know it's an attack.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Well, I love that question.
Hold up.
JC.
Yeah, that is true.
I love
Now,
it. I want to say it. So I'm gonna have something. Go ahead.
Look, this is true. So now, but I understand why God put that in the context. And it's and the question was, have you ever heard that God is a jealous God? But see, that's a positive jealousy. And
He
the reason
wants to
why
be the one only.
that's it. But
I'm a jealous husband.
Yes, we get that.
You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know that right now. I am a jealous husband.
I'm not a jealous husband.
I'm a jealous husband. I'll tell you right now. You don't play with my wife.
I think we would have thought that about you. Now we
You don't play with my wife. You better believe it. There's a lot of things you can play with.
For JC, when he said God is a jealous God, and that's so true, that he is a jealous God, because he created us, he sacrificed for us, he gave his son for us, and here we go having topics and conversations about people that are being jealous. He said, keep your eyes off of these people and keep your eyes on me.
That's it.
And I'm the one. He said, seek me.
Mm-hmm.
Seek the kingdom first. And we get caught up in seeking people first.
Uh-oh.
That's why we can see their faces.
Yeah.
That's why we can feel that spirit so close to. That's why we can identify it, because God is saying, seek me first. And we're listening to what man is saying, and you can't be lukewarm. You got to be able, yeah. So he's a jealous guy saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. Stop looking at them, because the more you look at them, as the more weight you're going to put on yourself. And it's going to be harder for me to open up the windows of heaven and bless you, because you're worrying about what somebody else is thinking about, or you're not posting what I told you to post, or you're not producing what I told you to produce because of what someone else might feel or might say. Yes, I'm a jealous guy. I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want you to mix and mingle with people that might deter you from my word and my love. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want you to feel like you can't be excited of the gifts that I've given you. I want you to be excited about your calling. Don't let nobody shut your mouth or put you to the back burner. And that's when we say God is a jealous God, positively, um, I'm careful of who speaks into my daughter's life. I'm very careful of what they say. I want to know what someone said to her in secret, because I want to make sure that if it's said, if I need to wash some things, if I got to clean it and say, no, you eat the meat and spit out the bones. This is the meat part and this is the bone part.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's how God is with us. And when we use the word jealous, or is he saying he's jealous and he wants us to himself, or he's saying it's jealousy equivalent to the world's jealousy? I think it's on a totally different platform when we say God jealousy versus man's jealousy, because God wants from us what he has already deposited in us. And we're supposed to multiply that. We're supposed to get that and build and build and build and build. And if we're putting someone else before us as a God, then he's jealous. And I think anything we put before God becomes a God in our life.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
it.
I don't know.
And
Let me
and the,
say, I want to add to what she just said, and yes, we'll get to that question too. I want to add to the JC's comment. So it's all about the spirit that's behind it. You know, you have to remember, envy is jealousy. If you have an envious covetousness, comparison, if you are deceitful in your thoughts, it's all about your heart, the heart of a man. If your
Yeah.
thoughts are coming into, evil, that is not of God. So if you are thinking wickedness, if you are coveting, you are comparing yourself, you are putting yourself onto a different plane of spirit,
Yeah.
because spirit is either one way, evil, or righteousness, which is God.
True.
So I do believe that it can be positive when we are mastering the motivation behind it. When we master the motivation behind what we think and what we feel, if we can empower ourselves to be a better person and transform into a different way of life, once we take time to see ourselves as, a positive way of looking at jealousy. Because look, everybody has a way where we have envied, right? I can look at television and see something that I like about somebody, or something they may have, or people are all around me, and say, I like that. And I could let that envy sit if it's envy, but I can empower it to say, I'm going to be inspired and focused to go about my life in a direction that complements what I've seen out of another person, because they inspired me.
Yes.
We need to have more empowerment and take the power back from the devil and put it into what God wants for us, which is abundant life. We
Yes.
don't need to live in scarcity. We don't need to live in a mindset of lack and comparing ourselves to another person and wanting what our neighbor has, or talking about our neighbor to say that we, fear something. We don't need to do that. We are God's children. So we just need to know how to live abundant lives. That's what I would say about, Thank you for that question,
go
Dr.
ahead, Rod.
Toya.
Go ching,
I
Rodman.
don't
Rod.
know about Chef Dennis, but I am a jealous husband, and I'm
Oh,
gonna say it out loud. I'm not disappointed to say it, and I say it all the time. I find myself. I figure that I feel like I'm funny. when we go to comedy shows and people crack jokes that are not funny and my wife laughs, I get jealous. Because I'm like, hold on, don't just give my laughter away to anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude ain't even funny. I don't want you laughing at this joke. That joke wasn't even funny. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and for me, it's serious. It's some things like I'm not a jealous husband that my wife's not allowed to walk outside or do whatever. Anybody who knows me and knows our relationship knows that technically I'm not, but I am jealous when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? And one of them happens to be that I love my wife's laughter. And I don't like her sharing it and giving it to anybody willy-nilly. You got to be funny. Like, I need to find you funny for my wife to be laughing at this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. But it's also, I'm jealous. Of course, I don't want, I don't want my wife to, give attention to somebody who doesn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Or give that thing. Now, am I not taking her to comedy shows? Of course I take her to comedy shows. Yeah. But I do get upset. I'm like, yo, he ain't funny. So, all right, she said, but for me, can it be positive? I think it is. It motivates me to be a better husband. It motivates me to be a better man. It motivates me in the fact that I want to make sure that I am keeping my wife's attention. That love is for me and only me. And now I guess I don't know if it's jealousy or what. I call it jealousy. So but I think it's okay because my wife belongs to me. You know what I'm saying? She is my wife. Right. You know what I'm saying? She's no one else's wife in this whole entire planet. Everything, no one. She's mine. So therefore, I do feel that the jealousy that I do have is because I want to make sure that, that our bond is always there. Our bond is always tight. I don't want anybody in the middle of it. I don't want nobody else to have that same relationship that I have with my wife. That relationship with my wife is for me. You know what I'm saying? And only me. And I will protect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with saying that too.
Only you can have her laugh. That's what you basically say.
Yeah. That's the biggest one for me that I know I instantly get jealous. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the one for me that I instantly, and I've said it out loud at comedy shows. Like, I'm good with it.
I know.
But but that's just for me. Now, I think it's a positive thing. Now it can be to a point, I believe that everything in a small amount.
Ronnie, hold on. Let me I was want to jump in real quick and tell you. No, Dr. Toya is talking about the jealousy about God. Is it positive? That she had put that question up. That's what she was asking. I'm so sorry to just tell you that. Yeah. She said, how can it be positive?
I said empowerment. When you are empowered in your way and seeing yourself, you can be empowered and inspired to transform and go into the way of God. Because I mean, that's it. Because if you're talking about jealousy being positive, you have to have some type of empowerment. What happened?
I don't know. I don't know what just happened.
No, I'm sorry.
God is trying to tell us.
But anyways, go back to me, and this is the way I'm trying to answer the question for, because I do believe that my jealousy is different because my wife belongs to me. And I mean, everybody has something that belongs to them that you can't, if it's yours, I feel, and we are his children. So he should not want us to be worshiping another God. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that level of jealousy is totally different than something that you wanting something that doesn't belong to you. You know what I'm saying? My wife belongs to me. I do feel like I'm a jealous husband when it comes to things, but that's because she belongs to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing with my child. My child belongs to me.
Right.
I can't see what up, my jealous dad. I've never really had that incident, but I can see how I could be, because I don't want no random dad just coming up here telling my child what to do like they belong to them. You know what I'm saying? I assume I would get jealous. I surely would get angry. So But if you talking about a father to child or a husband to wife or a wife to a child, I can see how jealousy would be a positive thing, because if you're the mother of this child, and I'm just going to y'all probably give it a better instance, but the same thing as a father to a child, a mother to a child, you're not just going to let some random mom come up here and start telling your child what to do. Like they're supposed to get that same person the same respect as I'm their mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm their father. Like, that's my wife. Like, nah, you ain't gonna just come up here and just do whatever. And I feel like that jealousy is the same type of jealousy that God has for us.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, that's my child. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him worshiping somebody. I don't want them doing this. I don't want them distracted, because I'm going to guide them on the right path that I have for them. You know what I'm saying? I created them. I did this. So
yep.
All right, so
that's all.
I'm gonna read this real quick.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. When you transform it into that, you put it into a positive. You have to put it into an empowering way where you are inspiring, and it doesn't turn out into jealousy. So you're right.
All right. So what I wanted to say is this: God's jealousy is totally different from ours. We got to get that. We got to understand that. Number one, God's jealousy, I'm gonna say it again, is different than ours. God is blameless. God is sinless. I'm sorry, sinfulness. He don't. So he don't have no sin in it. But when you have the desire of jealousy, let me show you something. It can create anger. Jealousy can be created you can create jealousy with anger. So when you're jealous of something, right, as a man, you may do something that you may regret because it becomes anger. Like you said, you a jealous man about your wife, but then guess what? There is a seed that's planted in your jealousy, because somebody could say something else and your wife may think it's nice, and you be like, well, why she said that? But look what it created. It created an attitude where now you respond with hate, or not hate. You respond with, yo, who you talking to? And now look at the environment it has created from your jealousy. Look, we talk. You could be a person can be jealous, but guess what? Let's talk about the seed that is planted with a jealousy heart. There is a seed that's planted, and when that seed is planted with a jealous mind and heart, guess what? You're going to react differently. You're going to react. We talk about God's jealousy. It's something like, I give you all of this, and now you're serving another God. So God wants you to serve him abundantly because he's given you. He has mercy. He has grace. Unconditioned mercy. Unconditioned grace. And so now you as the individual serving another God or serving somebody else, yes, he's going to be upset. Yes, he's going to be. But guess what? He doesn't lash out to you and say, because you serving another God, you know what? Now I'm going to punish you. Because that's where his grace and his mercy comes in. And so
that's
I say
his free will come in at.
That too. You got to look at his jealousy is different than ours, because we're human. So our flesh play a part in our jealousy, because we have that. The flesh is sinful. And so that seed that's planted already in jealousy, it will make you react in an ungodly way. And so then when you talk about jealousy as in the flesh form, it's going to make you react in a whole different way. Like you said, Ronnie, somebody that's not funny to you, hey, you up there, why she laugh? That's corny, right? But her sense of humor may be different than yours. And so now, look, we brothers. So I'm just saying. I'm
okay with it, bro. I'm okay with who I am. Trust me, I'm good.
Yeah, I really want you to hear that. What I'm saying is, like, the seed that's planted in jealousy, it makes us react in a way that's not righteous and holy. You know what I'm saying? When you begin to have that attitude or that mindset, guess what? The enemy see that, and guess what? He prey on that.
She good if he's funny.
That's
He
not what
good
you
if
said.
he funny.
You like, look, that's not what you said. You was like, yo, he ain't
Yeah.
not funny. What you laughing
He
at?
good if he funny, but if he ain't funny, then yeah, I want you to go ahead and say that laugh. You know what I'm saying? Say that laugh for me. Well, anyway, but nah, it's all
But go
good,
ahead.
bro. I'm making light, but y'all, hey,
Mhm.
But like you
I,
said, go ahead.
Yeah,
no,
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say I'll ask God to work on it, but I don't see it happening right now, man. But I got you.
Well, again, again, we go back to the Bible. I mean, I see it in the comment there. There should be no other God. So we can't make our spouse a God. We can't
Right.
make our children a
Absolutely.
God. We can't make, we have to know that that's where the jealousy comes at, because he said there should be no other God. There should be no one else that you should worship, to the point where, yeah, it can bring you to a wrath, or it brings you to anger, So I believe, like you said here, there should be no other God. So once you put another God and you start worshiping a wife or a husband or your children as a God, I believe that's when God, that wrath of jealousy of God coming down and saying, no, I'm the only true and living God. Your wife is your wife. Your children are your children. Now, what happens if the joke is funny and then she don't want to go back to the comedy club no more because she can't laugh? Because
Hey, you talking to you, Rodney?
as a wife, if my husband said, "Well, why are you cheering for the Lakers and we're here for the Nets?" Then don't bring me to the game no more, because I want to cheer for who I want to cheer for.
I know that's real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well that'll be another problem then. I don't know. I can't even answer that with this voice. Yeah. Because if my wife came down here, we already had this argument in our relationship. She went with her girlfriend to Dallas and brought back a bunch of Dallas stuff, and when I threw it in the trash, she was upset. But
Oh, you threw it in the
man.
trash.
Oh yeah.
You looking for war, boy?
Well, her friend couldn't believe it. Her friend was like, "You can't take that home," and my wife was like, "I can't. I sure can." And sure enough, she couldn't. But it's all good. But I still love her, and she still loves me. So we work through it. You know what I'm saying? But I make it all in jest. Yeah, I mean, but I do get jealous, and I'm not gonna lie. I have said that, but it's not something that I went home and was like, I can't believe you laughed at that, and nothing like that at all. You
There's
know what
certain
I'm saying?
degrees to it.
I work, I work it out in myself eventually, but I might be, I get a little, I get a little upset, but I work it out, but it's all good. But I mean,
It's healthy.
I still feel it as for more. But I mean, to be honest, and the whole thing is it's more like my jealousy is more of a protection thing than it is really jealous thing. Like my wife does whatever she wants. I don't, I can't control nothing, even if I tried. But so but it does it, I can understand that, it I don't want no other man I don't want no other man or female. I'll be honest with you, it don't matter to me, but I don't want nobody to have a deeper impact in my wife than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm your husband and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm a man of God, I'm a leader and this, that, and the other. I wouldn't want to have some other man as as her that's playing my role. You get what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want that, and I don't think my wife will want another woman playing her role. You know what I'm saying? So I don't I don't know if that's jealousy. I don't know if that's just natural. But for me, that's how I am. I don't, I'm not gonna let nobody just come and start guiding my wife out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta prove something to me. I need to know who you are. So and that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's jealousy or not, but that ain't happening in my house. So that's as simple as I can put it.
I thought about it. Remember the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, and how Jesus was talking about how they were envious because some received the same pay despite working fewer hours or something like that. And it's basically saying, are you jealous because I'm generous? That's what Jesus was saying in the whole parable. That's something that I feel like we have to do better with. We have to learn from, is jealousy. It kind of blinds us to, God's grace. It's like it keeps us, in a way where we think that we're questioning the fairness when we see others that are blessed. Go ahead.
Lady, that was good that you said that what you just said, and I'm gonna show you why. Because guess what? Let's say a person that has $10,000, they give $5,000, right? Half of their money, right? Versus a person that has only $10 and they give $9 or
Mm-hmm.
$3, right? They made a who you think made a bigger sacrifice? The person who gave 5,000 or the person who had little and gave just about as much as they gave? You know what I'm saying? And so when you
Matter
look
of
at
the
that
heart.
parable, it's the sacrifice that that person is willing to make. 5,000 is a lot of money, but when you got a person that's have $10 and they put up $7 or $3, they made a greater sacrifice. They say, you know what, God, you blessed me with this little bit that I have. And so, you know what, I want to give it back to you. If not give it back, give it to someone else that's that's in need. They made a great sacrifice. And that's what God really looks at. It's not how much you give, it's the sacrifice in your giving. And
It's
so
the
that's the
intentions of your heart. It's a matter
that's
of a
it.
heart. The $10,000 giver could give it because, oh, I have it, and I got 10 more thousand in the bank. And the one with the $5 can say, listen, this is all I have, but in my heart, I believe that this person need food tonight. I could get food someplace else, but my heart is telling me that this is where it needs to go.
That's
And
it.
so, again, it's a matter of the heart, and I believe that's what God honors, our
Hmm.
heart. Um, the jealousy things, we already know that that is a smokescreen of the enemy. So we can keep bringing up different scenarios or how it looks. It looks the same no matter what. It sounds the same. I don't want, I don't care, I don't need. And it sounds the same. So sometimes, again, you have to do the self search. Why are you giving this? Why are you paying this a topic so much attention? Or why are we still talking about jealousy, and we're in 2025?
Hmm.
In the 90s, you had on you had your 8 ball jacket and you had your gazelles on, and somebody ain't had, if you ain't had the crease in the lead jeans that was
Oh my
tapered
goodness.
there, I might look at you and be like, oh, how you get your jeans like that? Oh, you got the 8 ball jacket. Oh, you got the gazelles with no limbs in it. Not the one you might see me with the pinstripe lead jeans with
Oh man, she
the
going way
permanent
back.
crease and some gazelles with the limbs out. It wasn't that I was hating. It's like I like that look. You know, we as people, we've attached these names
Mm.
to all of those things, because I could look at somebody healthy and say, yeah, I don't want someone to look at my husband, or I don't want someone to look at my daughter or pour into her like I will pour into the. But you know what? Everybody has a measure of what they have that can fit in someone, that can make them whole, or feel, whatever that feeling is that they needed in that moment. But yeah, I think we have to, let's really start doing things from the heart and not attaching. I'm doing it because I want somebody to see me doing it. I'm doing it because somebody else did and they thought I couldn't do it. We got to do it because we are serving the Lord. We're
But
kingdom
it,
Hey,
building.
hey, Rodney, I
Yes,
wanted,
sir.
I was, as they was talking, it was coming, it was flowing. Look, just think about this: when men do it, women do it. When we look at jealousy, right? Let's say we going out, right? And somebody women do this all the time, and that's not a shout out to you guys that's on the panel, but women do this all the time. Look at her; she thinks she look all that because she looks nice. You got what I'm saying? And so what kind of atmosphere is that creating? And that is something that the enemy preys on, jealousy, because guess what? Like Lady T said earlier, envy. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't lead to anything that's good. It leads to nothing but destruction. When you look at somebody else and say they think they all that, they because they got these nice clothes on. They look at her or look at him. You looking real sharp. Instead of a man saying, yo, Rod, you look tough. I like that. No, some men will be like, man, he think he all like coming in here with all these nice clothes. What, you think he got all this money? And that's the atmosphere of jealousy.
That's the seed. It's a
Like you
seed
said,
that has been dropped into the atmosphere.
that's it.
It's a
You know,
seed.
and then growing up, back in the day when I was growing up, we going in the club, you step on my sneakers, oh, we got a problem. Some people, I'm serious. Some people back in the day when I was going to the club, listen, they see you with these fresh Air Force Ones on, they stepping on it because they mad because you look nice. And they know it's gonna make you want to fight because you stepped on my nice Air Force Ones. They all white and you all come stepping on it. You do it on purpose. Because you're jealous. Because you don't have it or you can't go and get it. You like, you know what? I'm gonna mess with this dude, and I'm stepping. I don't know about you, Rodney. You ain't never had that happen.
Nah, I don't. That
No,
I'm
I'm
not
talking
that type of
back in
dude.
your day. Back in the day, you ain't never had that happen. Oh
I'm
yeah, I
still
did.
never that type
I'm
of dude.
sitting
Did
there.
you see people that had that type?
No, I had friends that were. Yes, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So
But
I just
again,
want
that's the seed that is being brought in atmosphere. So you
Yes.
have a choice. So you could bring peace into an atmosphere, and you can bring congratulations to an atmosphere, celebration to an atmosphere, or you could bring in the spirit of envy, jealousy, or whatever else spirit that is attached to it. But the moment it's released into the atmosphere and it goes into someone's ear, I agree with Lady T said in the beginning, address it. What is making you feel that she just walked in the room and it just vexed your spirit? Something happened within you and it messes up the vibe.
Yeah.
Because so that we have to address it. We have to address it the moment it's shot out. That's why I tell people, don't talk about people to me because I'll tell them. I'll tell you, because I'm not going to hold that.
Yeah. So there you go. That's to my defense with a comedian friend. Me and my wife just went to his comedy show, and I allowed her to laugh at all his jokes. So yeah, because he's actually funny. And let me take that back because I don't allow my wife to laugh. Trust me, but I do say something when they not funny. They be like, "Yo, they not funny. I don't know why you laughing so hard. I don't understand."
It's Tim.
But Chow Bout is one of my comedian friends. We went and supported him at his show. He did a great show, his first produced show, and yeah, he allowed to laugh at him. She's allowed to laugh at him. I don't ask questions. He's funny. So.
Well, you know, I want to say this, like for the whole thing, I feel like we as when we have these podcasts and we come together, I feel like we need to try to encourage people to have a relationship with the Father, with themselves have a relationship with the Father, because that is where it starts, because we can get rid of all of the toxic behaviors and the evil ways and the evil spirits out of us when we truly have a relationship with the one God. And one God by love. That's it. If it has everything to do with love, then you are serving God. It has everything to do with love and forgiveness, compassion, kindness, everything that love is. And if you are showing it among your people, to your loved ones and everybody around you, then that is the Father that you are serving.
Let's not forget your enemies.
Yes, and your enemies.
I'm sorry.
And your enemies.
Look, Roddy, love that. Look.
Yeah, it was good.
I know he's gonna love that.
One time with that one.
Look, make sure you love your enemy.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm glad you beat me to it, sir. I didn't even think about it. I'm disappointed in myself.
Oh, Roddy, he love that. That's it. Love your enemy.
That's right.
That's right. Your enemy, like I said, your enemy can be your savior, brother. You don't know what God can use anybody.
Hey, don't say that. He ain't gonna be my
savior. God can use anyone.
Sometimes we're living with our own inner me.
Yeah.
We sleeping with
I heard that bar. Hold on. I'm like, hold on.
Inner me.
That's right.
There you
go. Ourselves out, and we thinking everybody is somebody else is out for us, but it's our own inner me that is shooting fires at yourself. So you got to learn how to control.
All right, I'm gonna let you know. I'm about to put that on a shirt.
Come on.
I'm gonna put that on the shirt.
Bill, we got to send me one.
That's right.
Yeah, send me one.
That's right.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
Once you deal with that inner me, then everything else will line up. Like Lady T said, if you deal with the enemy, for God, who's inside of you? Greater is He that's in
Yes.
me. When I
Yes.
deal with the inner me, I'm dealing with the God in me. And when I deal with the God in me, then what comes outside, what comes out of my mouth, should be what God says. What
Yeah.
is God saying? That should be a hashtag. Hashtag God said. He can use anyone. He used the
Yeah.
donkey and the burning bush. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't he use you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
let's do a self eval, mental, physical, and emotional, because sometimes we plant our own seeds,
That
and we
is true.
become our own enemy, and we occupy the space that God is supposed to live and dwell in us with the doubt, and they're not going to coincide.
Right.
They're not going to coincide, even though all things work together. You still have that struggle. So let's do a rotor rooter.
Ah, y'all know what a rotor root is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rotor rooter. You gotta go in there and clean up the
Got
yeah, you
clean
gotta
up.
go in there and clean up those pipes. Go in there and clean up all of that residue from when we were 9, 10, 11, 5, and 6 that we didn't get over. And today
Mm.
we stand in the mirror and we point at ourselves, well, I'm not gonna allow this, and this ain't gonna happen, because we are trying to protect that little boy. We're trying to protect that little girl
Yeah.
that had to deal with something. But they're inside. It's inside of us. We gotta
Yes.
just tap in that enemy. And yeah, it's not always the inner enemy. It's our enemy. It's us
Yeah.
telling ourselves what we can't do. It's us telling ourselves, look at what they have. You can't get
I've
that.
been,
Yes, you can.
and you'll be surprised how much we feed that stuff to ourselves. I've
Mm-hmm.
been really trying to be very conscious. And I even say this stuff to Lady T, and Chef Dennis that, just, I'm really trying to focus on being careful what I say. Like being careful what I say I'm not going to do, be careful what I say that I am personally. Because a lot of people, I've been talking to people and I'll be catching them left and right now. And I never noticed how much people announce negative things about themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And I mean, I've been working on it with me, my family. I don't let my kids say negative things about themselves, even, and it can be something simple. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I can't think of nothing right off the top of my head right now. That's a for instance, but it just really, I've really tried to be aware of that and aware of what I feed myself.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? What conscious things that I say that I already have defeated what's going on before it even happens. Because people will say, like, well, if they do that again, I'm going to do this. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? If something, if a person, if that dude steps on my shoe again, I'm
Yeah.
going to whoop his behind. You know what I'm saying? And you've already fed yourself, things before it even happens. You've already come up with solutions. And then you say, well, I did it because of that. No, you did it because you told yourself you was going to do it.
Yeah. The power of
Mm-hmm.
manifestation.
Yeah.
You can literally have what you speak, whether
Yeah.
it's positive or negative. And so many times we put ourselves in that category of just digging ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper because we don't see who we are. We have to learn how to put the word on. God said, "You are the salt of the earth." He said, "You are the head and not the tail."
Yep.
He said, "You are the lender and not the borrower."
Yep.
He told her, he said, "You are a royal priesthood, a peculiar people, a holy nation." Why wouldn't I believe that I'm the not and I bring the flavor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe the flavor to wherever I go. I have to believe that because if he said I'm the salt of the earth, what is salt used for? To bring flavor.
Seasoning.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know who you are and whose you are. You have
Yeah.
to tune in, quiet yourself down, silence the noise so that God can start downloading what he has designed for you in this season. Not yesterday, but today. Like I said in the beginning, every day is a new day. We ain't never seen that day before. I am not coming in this new day with old habits. I'm not coming in this new day manifesting negativity over my life. I can do all things through
Yeah.
Christ who
Mm-hmm.
strengthens me. And the moment I believe that, I speak that out of my mouth, the enemy comes in to try to, oh, you remember when you didn't feel good about yourself. Remember when you used to look in the mirror and you didn't like how you spoke, you spoke, and you didn't like to hear yourself speak, and you were shy, or whatever the case may be. He always tried to get you to justify why you shouldn't sit up straight, why
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't walk into a room knowing, or walking into a room like God sent you there. We go into a room
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Oh man, look at all these big wigs. Oh, they've been doing this." No, I'm gonna sit down, just as confident as you are,
Yeah.
even if there's a spirit of fear on me. God, you do this, you'll feel it. So we have to stay tuned with God. We have to
Mm-hmm.
stay in connection with God. And I believe that's what he say, I'm a jealous God, because we can get downloaded by worldly stuff and we forget that we're in the world, but we're not of it.
Yeah.
And that's why these topics trouble us sometimes. That's why when we're going through jealousy and envy and all of those things, we don't understand it. And it comes to from people that are close to us. It's not always someone far off. It's close to us so that we can learn how to deal with it, give it to God, and keep on moving. See,
Yeah.
nobody can stop me from where I'm at right now. I want everything that God has for me. I'm 53 years old. My sister once said, we got more years behind us than we have ahead of us. And I'm going all out, baby. I want everything that God has for me. October 19th, I'm going to tell you, I'm going out there and we're going to get high. Our
My God.
altitude is going high. We got to
Mm-hmm.
get to a place where we can't be touched by the world. We got
Mm.
to get to
Ooh,
a
talking
place where
about
our
talk.
ears are so sensitive and keen.
Ah.
Oh, come on, no, he don't flap, baby. Oh, the eagle regal, he don't flap. He's
Tell
way
him.
there, baby. He soars. He
Yeah.
waits for the storm. He waits for the enemy to come in and tell you what you can't do. He waits for you to give self-doubt. He waits for you to cloud up your mind. He waits for you to start, and then God come and say, "Nope, my child." He'll lead a
Mm-hmm.
99 to come and get me.
Mm-hmm.
He'll lead a 99 to come and get you. So we have to get to a place where we have to reset.
Yeah.
We have to reset. We have to refine. We have to renew. We have to refocus. We have to get rid of this stinking thinking. And sometimes
Come
we
on.
got to get from where we're at and where our feet walks every day and get higher and
Mm-hmm.
get higher and get higher and get higher. And once you get higher, there's only certain animals that can get up that high. There's
Mm-hmm.
only certain animals can
Oh, we
get to
lost.
a certain altitude. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to get to that place where not everybody have access to you.
Yep.
So they can't move you from the season that you're in. We got to remove that microwave mentality. This is a season we want things so quick. Everything has to be instant, but
Mm-hmm.
when we stick our finger in the middle of the pole, it's still cold there. So
I'm
we
still
need to
here. Just
start
hold on.
doing the crock pot. We got to have the crock pot mentality. God, take your time on me. This is
Mm-hmm.
I'm my all my greatest creation. I'm going to invest everything I have into me
Yeah.
so that it can spill over to the generations to come or whoever I shake hands with. We got
Yeah.
to know what power lies within ourselves. So yeah, October 19th, we're gonna be meet up and we're gonna reset, we're gonna refresh, we're gonna refine, we're gonna renew, and anything that is not of God, we're gonna leave it there to the atmosphere, and we're gonna call positivity. We're gonna call wealth, generational wealth. We're gonna call healing, and we're gonna call sudden transformation. Sudden
Mm-hmm.
transformation, and the transformation that we should be looking more and more like God. So let's look
I
in the
love it.
mirror and see what we're looking like in the next couple of days and next couple of weeks.
What's that
Find
date you were talking about?
Oh,
October
October
19th.
19th. October 19th, next generation of leaders. We're going to be at Marydale's Faith and Life Center. We have partnered with them, and we're going to be there on their campus ground. And we are going to get up in the mountains right in Nyack, the upper Nyack, New York. And
Okay.
we're going to get up there right off of the Hudson River, and we're going to look to the hills, which will come for our help. We're going to go
Mm-hmm.
up there and breathe in some fresh air, and we're going to go and laugh and walk on land that the the deers walk on and the deers eat off them because where
Right.
they eat off, it's good land,
Yeah.
it's good ground, it's good solid soil. We're gonna see some eagles flying in the air, and we're gonna go and dump our buckets where we can't go back and get it. Because sometimes we dump or we put stuff on the shelf, and sometimes it's our attitude. Oh, I don't cuss nobody out no more. But then when you get into a thing, we go get it right on off the shelf. Oh, we start doing it. So some things that can't go with us this season.
Right.
Some things we can't go with us. Jealousy, envy, all of those things they can't go because we already know what it's designed to do. It's designed to assassinate us.
Yeah.
It's designed to assassinate our gifts. It's designed to assassinate our talents and our abilities. So yeah, October 19th, that's what we're going to do from 11 to 5. We're going to unlock the potential because so many of us don't know what's already inside of us because we're so cloudy with our daily business.
Are you going to be streaming that, or is there a way that
I'm
people
sorry, say it again.
can? I said, are you going to be streaming what you're doing, or are you going? Is that something that people will be able to watch and have access and see what's going on?
Well, I know that people are going to go live, and again, it's we're going up there for health and wellness. So a lot
Okay,
of things is not going to be for internet because I want them to
gotcha.
go up there. We got to release, and I
You
don't know
want
what
them to
that release
disconnect.
look like. We're gonna do some good altar work. We're gonna
Okay.
come and we're gonna release ourselves, and I don't know what that looked like. Not everybody is allowed in the labor and delivery room, but we did put out a flyer out there, and I'm one where is we only need one. You only need one to come, and once that one come, God will take the rest. He said, "You build it, and the people will come," and that's what I believe. So we might live stream a little bit of it, but when we get into the part where we just really need to get into that atmosphere and go off and have our moment with God, we're not gonna
Yeah.
live stream.
Yeah, I understand that. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
So yeah, October 19th. That's where we're gonna be at Marydale
All
New York.
right.
I don't know if you guys have the flyer, but in the end, I'll post it again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, listen. This was definitely one of the best shows, one of the best shows. Because I don't want nobody that's been on here before listening. They're like, "What you mean? This is what?"
I don't know. Chef Dennis, you've been
Okay.
killing them lately. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Huh?
You've been killing them lately with the guests. The guests been on fire, brother.
I
Yeah.
watched some of your
That's for
shows.
sure.
I love it. I love it. I
Listen,
watched before I
listen.
came on here. I said, "What
I,
these guys gonna be trying to?"
hey,
Let
listen.
me
Hey,
see.
look.
Let
Listen.
me see. I gotta get ready.
I know for sure you are definitely one of the ones that come on here with this energy, the zeal for God, and we are honored to have you here. And listen, I'm now to have your phone number.
Hello.
Listen, I'm definitely going to reach out to you more. We definitely going to because you live in Jersey, so we
Yes.
definitely going to link up. And some other people that let me give a shout out to. Yeah. Yeah. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Want
All
me to
right.
take over?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Look,
ahead and get a
I
shout
just want to
out,
give
bro.
I'm gonna give some shout outs to Game Changer Productions. This is
Yeah.
definitely who one of our favorites. She sent me some other interviewers. And listen, when I tell you they was great, she's one of the best right now. And I'm thankful for that. Thank you for the work that they're doing in Game Changer Production. They are definitely doing something great over there. I have not met, I have interviewed a couple of people from Game Changers Production, and it's definitely an honor to be a part of that. And we're still working to do some things together as well. It's truly an honor to be in their life as well as just letting them inviting me into their world. Um, I'm just a squirrel, trying to get a nut.
Hello.
But at the end of the day, I'm so pleased to be,
Don't touch me.
Oh, look at your face.
Sometimes I just gotta be like, what?
Yep.
Like,
hey, look, Rodney,
okay.
I had to throw one in there. I had to throw
All
one in
right.
You took me
Okay.
way back to the soul.
there.
Uh,
I was like,
Word up. But listen,
uh,
it was definitely an honor to have you here.
Yes.
This is going to conclude our show. No, And before we leave out, if you have any remarks that you want to tell the viewers
Yeah,
about.
again, like I said, Camille and the Game Changers, our team, amazing. It took me 2 seconds to call. She connected me with you. Um, I'm so grateful for her. Grateful for all of the supporters. I'm grateful for not just people supporting because they know that I could do it or I've been doing it. I'm grateful that people see the vision. They see the vision, and that's half of the battle. When somebody can see your vision and you don't really see it that clear yet, and they add on to it, I believe that I'm just humble. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my husband, my family. I'm grateful for my partners. I'm grateful for you guys for allowing me to come on and be a part of today's segment. I hope this is not the last time. I'm
Oh,
gonna do a little
definitely
better.
won't.
My lighting is gonna be like your guys' lighting. I'm sitting here trying to adjust. I'm like, wait, why I look like this? I'm all itching and stuff. So I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it. I just be, listen, I'm 53. I get hot flashes, so
Listen.
I can't turn on the air because then y'all can't hear me. So I'm about to come out this shirt. So I don't know how long. But I'm about
Oh,
to come out.
we definitely appreciate you, Camilla, too, as well. She is the CEO of that over there, Game Changer Production. It definitely was an honor, but we're going to conclude our show for today. And listen, we'll see you guys next week. Be blessed. And
Hold on,
enjoy
tell everybody where they can find you real quick.
Okay.
I done found you on Facebook, but
yeah,
what's
you have
your
any?
name on Facebook,
I'm a traveler.
Instagram?
I'm a traveler. I'm a traveler. I'm on Facebook. I'm a little bit on Instagram. I'm around.
All right.
What can it? So how they find you?
You can contact Camille, or now they can contact you.
Oh,
well, what are you talking about? On Facebook, you can find this author, Jolanda Thomas Foster.
Jolanda Thomas Foster. I thought
There
you
you go.
said, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I got all of that stuff there. I come on.
We gonna get you there. Don't worry about it. You got a new friend already. There you go.
Now, come on, y'all, bring me back on so I can tell you about my book. Just Call Me Greatness.
You got a book?
You should have been told us about that.
You got a book? Tell us, man.
I ain't come here for that. I came to talk about October 19th.
Hey, no,
look,
I love it. I got you.
Hey, Camille over at Game Changers. We need to give some media instruction before. Yeah, let her know. You tell us about all that. Tell us about books, when you're going to be, where people can see you, find you.
You have my bio. So
I got it now.
Yeah. So yeah. So listen, there's a time and a place for everything.
No doubt.
So it's all good.
I am an
I'm
author.
messing with you.
It's Just Call Me Greatness. So we'll come back on for that, and I have some other stuff too, and we come back on.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have you on the game. I know Lady T. Listen, Lady T gonna be like, yo, we definitely gotta have her back on.
Yes, it was great. Loved it. Love your energy.
Yeah.
Everything that you guys are doing. Listen again, October 19th from 11 to 5. We're gonna be at Marydale Faith and Life Center in Upper Nyack, New York, and we're gonna be up in the mountains, and we're gonna release, and we're gonna get refreshed. We're gonna get some new energy. When I come back on, boy, I don't know what I'll be looking. I'm just gonna be glowing. I'm gonna let it all out. It's gonna be like a good boo boo. I'm just gonna let it all out, the tears, the everything. So let's find ourselves in a place where God can start doing surgery on us. Removing some stuff.
Yes.
Moving some stuff that we've allowed to lie dormant and bring dis-ease to our this natural body. And let's start feeding our spiritual man and building that man up and being that man's biggest cheerleader. So I think that's where we need to go at. And I'm going to be back again and again and again. We're family now. I love you guys.
Definitely a family.
Lady T, you have a beautiful smile. I've been watching this smile the whole time. I said, we kind of look like we got the high cheekbones. But I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. I said, we could be a little related.
I know that's real.
But your beautiful sister. Gentlemen, thank you so much for having me come.
It was a pleasure. We loved it.
Yes, and guys, we'll see you guys next week, and that is the end. Peace. Peace.